Hi all, how you doing? Just another commuting video today. Now I tend not to film my commutes because I generally just like to get into work and that's it. But today I've decided to film because yesterday, coming along this road, nice and easy, 50 mile an hour all the way. I didn't overtake any cars, nothing like that, just bimbled in. And then when I got to the outskirts of Edinburgh, one of these creatures that you can see in front, black Hackney, he decided to try and knock me off the bike on a roundabout. Now, it's a 3-lane roundabout, you'll see it later on in the video, and I was in the middle lane, in the middle of the lane, on the roundabout, when taxi features decided to try and change lanes. Now I'm not going to say what I've done to the taxi, but let's just say he's got a repair bill. And I'm hoping it's going to be an expensive one. So yeah, I've decided to film the commute today. Plus on the way home yesterday, I must have encountered at least 10 arseholes on the road. So because it's silly season, I thought I would just film it. So let's see how we got on in today's commute. Let's just sneak up to the front here. Get in front of Minnie. I think we're in for a little bit of rain at some point today. Doesn't look very promising, does it? Of course the features knows that I'm here, so he's moved over. So he'll get a little thank you. Thank you. There we are, it's moving back out. That's the sort of drivers that I appreciate. When I'm driving a vehicle, whether it's a car, a bus, truck, whatever, if I spot a biker, I always just move over and give them a little bit of room. And I've done that all my driving career, and so has the wife, and she's never ridden a bike in her life, nor has she got any intention to ride a bike either. She doesn't like them. So last week I was on holiday, and just for the week, and I went down to see a couple of friends down in Gainsborough, down in Lincolnshire. And what a lovely place that is. I really enjoy going down there. It's absolutely beautiful. The weather was nice and hot, and it was just great. You know, such a slow-paced town. Nobody was in a rush. The driving standards that I witnessed down there were bloody excellent. Why are you taking that as wide as you're taking it, you're an absolute banger? I'm in a hole here. What the hell's he doing? Obviously he's a new driver. But as I was saying, yeah, the driving standards down there, bloody good. 99% of them were courteous. Didn't witness any speeding by the cars, mind you. There's a lot of average speed cameras down there. But yeah, in general the driving standards was really good, unlike up here in Edinburgh. They couldn't drive a nail into it, but I would have these clowns. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it was good to see my friends as well. It really is. Right, let's go. So the Honda here, that's just turned 3 years old. A few weeks ago, I should say. I'm going to say a couple of months ago, but no, a few weeks ago. And it's done just over 13,000 miles, and I haven't had a single bit of bother with this machine. The only thing I've replaced in it is the oil, the filters and the tyres. It's on its second set of tyres. I'm running Michelin Road 6s, the Dunlop Sports Maxes that were on it. They weren't great tyres, I must admit, but I got 12,000 miles out of them, and I was quite happy at that. I don't think I'll get anywhere near that mileage out of these Road 6s, but these Road 6s, they are confidence inspiring. I felt the Dunlop Sports Maxes were just a little bit too skittery when it was wet, whereas these things seem to bite into the tarmac. So yeah, I love this bike, the CB650R. It's an absolute cracking commuting bike, it really is. 65.5 miles to the gallon with it, which is bloody good, and it's great for just filtering in and out the city. So yeah, I would thoroughly recommend one of these bikes if you're planning on getting a wee commuter. Good in fuel, cheap enough to insure, but that is subjective, I suppose. And it's comfy enough. Well, it's certainly comfy enough for me, and I enjoy it. I'm going to have to get round Skoda features here. Goodbye. So what else has been happening? The V-STROM. I haven't really been out in that for a couple of weeks, and I've added bar risers to it, so I'm looking forward to getting out at the weekend with that and seeing what difference the bar risers make. John's fitted them to his V-STROM, and he says it makes a huge difference, you know, for comfort, especially on his arms. So I'm looking forward to taking mine out with the bar risers on it and seeing what it's like. I should have really driven John's to get a feel of it, but I didn't. And again, at the end of the week, I'm on holiday again, this time for 2 weeks. So I don't really have anything planned. We were going to go up to Orkney. Well, originally we were going to Italy, that's why I booked these 2 weeks. But a few things have happened, so we've had to cancel that. Alex and Wally, we've had to unfortunately cancel that, put that on hold. And then Alex and I and John were going to go up to Orkney, but with the way things are with Alex's mum at the moment, it's not a good idea for him to go away. Radio off. Ricardo, radio off. Honest to God, that radio's doing my tits in. So yeah, it's not really a good idea for Alex to go away anywhere far at the moment. And as I was saying just a little while ago, I can feel the rain, and I've already got some splats on the visor, so yeah, we're in for a little bit of rain. Right, this is where the incident happened yesterday. So I'm coming round here, exactly what we're doing right now, and about here, right here, a taxi tried to cut in front of me. So he was dealt with appropriately. Don't think he'll be doing that again. Is that a facelift Vauxhall Grandland? Looks quite smart, but I still wouldn't have one. They're not Vauxhalls anymore. And Vauxhall, I used to have Vauxhalls back in the day, but after the 90s, the cars just weren't the same. So I stopped buying them. Build quality and reliability. Yeah, I ran them for years and they were fine. I had Novas, Astras, Cavaliers, and they were all good cars. I had a Vectra as well, 98 Vectra. That was a 1.7 diesel, turbo diesel. Lovely car to drive. And then I think the fuel pump was starting to go on it, diesel fuel pump. So I ended up getting shot of that, and just you pull it. See what I mean? Right, we'll take a wee cheeky left here because it's all roadworks up here. Look at it. Now this roundabout, parking all round it, just don't get it. I certainly wouldn't be parking my car on a roundabout. Be fucking Ned, wanker, rat. You need to watch them, by the way. That's one of your bike thieves. He'll be going round casing out motorcycles and scooters and all that rubbish to see what he can steal, and then he'll come back with his mates 2 and 3 up on one of the Sorans, armed with some tools, and then they'll be away with your bike. Right, I'm going to take a wee sneaky here because I don't want to get stuck behind the fucking Muppets. Right, we'll take this one, Comloden Avenue, because it's a bit smoother than the next again straight. Hopefully I've beat all these fucking spazies. Now just up here on the left hand side, this was taped off for about 4 or 5 days and guarded with police presence, and yet they wouldn't tell you what was going on. Just here, they wouldn't tell you what was going on, which I thought was a bit sneaky like, especially as it lasted for 4 or 5 days. It's a public area, public footpath, so the public have got every right to know what's happening, or what's potentially happened. As you can see, the surface of the road, it's like the fucking moon. This is Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, and look at the state of the roads. This is actually one of the better ones. But no, the councils up and down the country, they're part of your C40 cities, are too interested in building cycle paths and their diversity, equality, inclusion, promoting all that shite. Wasting the taxpayers' money. Billions of pounds wasted. And then you've got the wee channel crossing people, let's just say. They seem to get well looked after as well, and believe you me, there's a hell of a lot of them up here in Edinburgh. And you're maybe needing to get your coolant level checked, pal. The van behind me, because his fan keeps kicking in and out. There we go, this is another main artery into Edinburgh City, in the city centre, and look at this state here. Obviously done a big patch there. Aye, is this road open? Because it was shut yesterday. Aye. These barriers here on the left hand side, they've been there for weeks. And nothing's happening. There's another TM company, are they setting up or are they taking away? Tell you, the traffic management companies, they are making an absolute fortune. That's why they're all running about in brand new motors. Because of the amount of cones and signs that they're firing down. You'll get a cowboy company like Scottish Water or Scottish Power or SGN or whatever, gas. We've got one of these cowboy companies, and they'll be digging a wee hole, but they need a quarter of a mile of cones on each side of the wee hole and temporary traffic lights. Like a wee hole like that, and the taxpayer gets charged per cone, per sign, per traffic light. So it soon mounts up. And obviously these TM companies, they insist that it's going to have a certain amount of cones, a certain amount of signs, and obviously the obligatory TTLs, temporary traffic lights. So you and I, the taxpayer, get fucking raped. Somebody's got to pay for it. I can remember years ago, companies would come and dig up a hole or whatever. They would just put a couple of cones around it. But these utility companies, or any company that's doing work on the road, I think every fucking member of staff's got to have a van. That's why they've got to cone it all out, so they can all park their vans up. Years and years ago, the companies had a minibus or something, and everybody would go to work in the minibus. Well, we certainly did when I served my apprenticeship with a staff minibus. No, Bedford CF or something like it was. We all went to work in that. Right, we're just going to go up this way. I normally go along that street there, but this way is just as quick. This is Stockbridge, and road's a fucking mess. All sunk to fuck. Cobbles. Look at it. Fuck me. Lovely patch. Or sinkage here. Willie and I were riding on cobbled streets in Germany, and they were completely flat, unlike here. You know, the cobbles are all different heights, they're all sinking. The reason why they're all sinking is because these cowboy companies, like right along there's a track there, there's a drain. These cowboy companies have been in, they've dug it up, they've not filled it in right. Look at the sinkage there. And there. See, it's all where there's a track. So these cowboys come in, dig it up, do what they're doing with their infrastructure, their pipes or their cables or whatever. They just throw the soil in, obviously they're not compacting it properly. Then they lay the cobbles, if you're lucky, they lay the cobbles back down. And then within days or weeks, they'll sink. They don't give a fuck. They've done what they need to do, they've been in there, they've been paid, and they're away. And again, it's left to the taxpayer to foot the bill for the local authority to come and repair it, but they never do repair it, so you're fucked that way.